FEMA is not only for export import. It is a very wide concept, Foreign Exchange Management Act. And the main thing which I told you about FEMA is very simple thing. Earlier it was FERA, which was very, very draconian, right? उसमें ये होता था कि innocent लोग भी फंस सकते थे, like innocent person was also there. But even FEMA is also very draconian. In one sense, I told you that there is no bail. If you get into any FEMA case, there is no bail. But one good thing is that in the latest FEMA, the relaxations are so huge. Unless you are intentionally doing something, you will not land up in any problem. That is the good thing. You will see. I will show you the provisions. But I will show you those only provisions which are related to foreign trade. I will not go into the unrelated items. But this is there. Legal provisions for foreign exchange. What are the different legal framework for foreign exchange management? Basically, FEMA is part of foreign exchange management. One is the FEMA of 1999. Then along with that comes your notifications, regulations, rules, master circulars, and who does it? Who sent all these notifications and circulars? Who sends?
SEBI.
RBI.
SEBI does not have any ruling.
No. These are all issued by RBI. Because the main nodal agency for all foreign exchange management needs is RBI. So, just FEMA document has no meaning. It has to be attached with all these notifications. You should be having the knowledge not only of FEMA. You should, in fact, every day some new thing is coming, new notification is coming. So you have to get the latest notification. Like some figure may be there. Like for example, what is the figure of dollars you can carry with you for vacation, right? Per person. Or what is the $10,000? All sections are not related to foreign trade. They are describing what is a non-resident, what is resident, definition of that. The different sections have got description of different definitions, status, what they can do, or the kind of accounts they can have, foreign currency account, resident account, non-resident account, in foreign currency or in Indian rupees, and what is NRI, what is PIO, so many things are given in this. So that is, you can see here, who is the authorized person, what are the regulations, what are the contravention, abjuration, procedure of appeal, directive of enforcement, miscellaneous provisions. And you will see here definitions, like for example, important basic concept. What are the residential status? Who is NRI, who is not an NRI? Who is an Indian resident, who is not a? Similarly, what is the capital account transactions and what is the current account transactions? Now, foreign trade comes under but suppose you are buying property outside India. You want to take money for buying property. Then that comes under. So foreign trade in FEMA, if you want to see anything in FEMA, go to this section. Current account section. Right? Because current account deals with business transaction. That is the catch. Right? Then this is for investment, remittance schemes. If you invest money outside India, or somebody is investing money in India, how he, whichever is connected to Indian money, those kind of things. And bank accounts, different types of bank accounts. What Indians can have, what kind of accounts they can have. Like status holders, they can have certain kind of accounts. 5% amount they can, we say that you cannot have a Swiss bank account, but status holders can have Swiss bank account also. It's legal. But they cannot have certain, there is a limit to what extent they can have the account. Those kind of things. So there are very few provisions which relate to foreign trade. So we will discuss that part. Residential status we need not discuss because all foreign trade is done by Indian residents, right? Capital account also is of no meaning for us. What is capital account? Liabilities including contingent liability outside of India, assets. It deals with assets and liabilities. It has nothing to do with the trade. Current account. What is current account? Payment due in connection with foreign trade. Payment due with respect to foreign trade, other current business, services, short-term banking and credit facilities. So this is the main, there you will see all the provisions which relate to foreign trade. Okay. For example, any person may sell or draw foreign exchange to or from an authorized person if such sale or withdrawal is a current account transaction. Anybody can do it as a resident, provided that the central government may, in public interest and in consultation with the Reserve Bank, impose such reasonable restrictions for current account transactions as may be prescribed. There is hardly any such problem. Via notification number so and so, dated so and so, central government has notified the rules to be called foreign exchange management rules, not the act. It is the rules. So this is something which is of foreign trade interest. Now there are certain prohibited transaction, although it doesn't relate to foreign trade only. For example, transactions specified in Schedule 1. Remittances out of lottery winning, remittances of income from racing and riding, etc. Payment related to callback services. These remittances are not allowed. You cannot win lottery outside India and bring it back to India. No, you cannot do it. Right? You cannot do money transaction in racing in New York and bring that money. You cannot do that. But what you can do, suppose you are a sportsman and you win some prize, like for example Vijay Amritraj going to French Open and he gets a prize of say $1 lakh. That is okay. That you can. So it's more morality. If any transaction is on moral ground, you can bring. But if any transaction is not on moral ground, you cannot. That is simple. So it is nothing very, it is not draconian. It is a very simple thing.
What does it mean, payments related to callback services?
Callback services, what happens? You have got some relative in USA. Okay, right? So what do you do? From USA calling to India is cheaper, right? Is cheaper. If you call from India, it will be costly. But if you call from, or for example, there is another example I tell you. If you call to Singapore from here, it is more expensive. If you call from Singapore to India, it's very cheap.
Yes.
So what will you do? You will tie up with somebody in Singapore. Then I talk too much to Singapore. What you do? I will never call from India. You just maintain my log, and I will just send you SMS and you call me back and connect me. Right? I will keep on doing, and after 2 months he will send me a bill for callback. Government of India will not allow. Why? Because it is immoral. Why? Because you are doing it at the cost of the Indian company, telecom company, right?
But how they will come to know that you are making this callback service?
So when you send the payment, you will send in some head. What for you are sending? If you are sending as a gift, then it's okay. But you say I am sending because of callback.
Some other categories professional charges like that.
Yeah. You can do that. But if you say no, I am sending for callback, then government will say, what are you doing? It is prohibited. Right? That is the case. Like Singapore, wherever Indians are there, many Indians are there, calling back is cheaper. But people still do it. But they don't pay for it. They will tell their relatives that you please call. I will not, because it is cheaper from there. Right? That's okay. But if somebody makes business of it, then it is not allowed. You cannot send money for that. So it's a two-way. You cannot send the lottery money outside India also. If some foreigner wins money in lottery or race, he cannot also take. He cannot remit. Both ways. You cannot bring, you cannot take also. And same is the callback. In callback, you can also not do that other way around also. You cannot do it. You cannot bring that money that way also. Now, for example, transaction which require prior approval of central government, cultural tours, right? Advertisement in foreign print media exceeding US dollar transaction. It is of your interest.
Yeah.
You have to take the permission, prior approval. Ministry of Finance, Department of Economic Affairs. Remittance of prize money for sponsored sport activities. That is allowed, but you have to take a permission. Sports activity. But after a certain limit. And that limit is $1 lakh. If it is beyond $1 lakh, then you have to take it. So it is okay. It is okay. $1 lakh is a huge money, huge amount. Like for example, I don't know how much Satyarthi, who got the Nobel Prize, if his amount was more than $1 lakh, he had to take permission. Although Nobel is such a big thing, it will be granted immediately, but you know, like that. These are the transactions which, for which the RBI approval is required. RBI. Release of exchange exceeding $10,000 in one calendar year. The same what you were saying.
Yeah.
Release of exchange exceeding $10,000 for one or more private visits to any country. So this figure is $10,000, which I was telling you. Private visit means vacation also. Anything. Right? So you have to take the permission from RBI. Okay.
So I'm just talking about the fourth.
Fourth.
One to the last one.
Release of foreign exchange.
Purchase $1 per trip, you can take it.
Yes. Release of foreign exchange.
Huh? If you are going for a business trip,
Yeah.
you can take $25,000 per
Yes.
trip.
Yes. Exchange for business travel. Yes.
Irrespective of state.
Irrespective of state. Yes.
Very big
Yeah.
amount.
When in our earlier times,
So earlier time,
it was very, very bad.
blanket permit was there and
Very, very bad.
10% of the total earnings
Yes, yes.
in a year.
Yeah. So what I will do, there are so many provisions which I will mail to you. This document I will, in fact all the PPTs which we have discussed, I will mail to you. So there is nothing very specific, but I will just see. Liberalize remittance scheme. Authorized dealers may freely allow remittances by residents, individuals up to $2,000 to $2 lakh per financial year for any permitted current or capital account transaction. Now this is important. This one is very important. Read this. Current account is funded also. Okay. Authorized dealers may freely allow remittances by resident individuals up to $2 lakh per financial year for any permitted current and capital account transaction. Limit includes remittance towards gifts, donation by resident individuals. Remittance under the scheme are allowed only in respect of permissible current and capital account transactions. Now that is for the individuals. But companies can import material, right? But even an individual can do it. If you want to import something for your purpose, for business purpose, whatever, as an individual, you can $2 lakh, right?
This is not, I think, for import.
No, it is for import as well as for export, foreign trade.
If you want to purchase some property outside India,
No, that is capital account. It is current account. If you want to purchase property, that comes under capital account.
capital account. For capital account, you can. Current or capital?
Achha, both. Okay, both.
I think
Current as well as capital.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it depends. Like suppose you want to import something
Yeah.
as an individual. You want to import something which is not your business. Actually, you want to import something. That is also a current account. Current account transaction.
You can import up to $2
$2 lakh, which is huge amount. I mean, 1.2 crore rupees. Something like that. 1.2 crore rupees. You can import. So what I'm saying now the provisions are very, very free.
Children are studying abroad.
Yes, yes.
So
That
you
also
can
comes. Yes,
understand
yes, yes.
the
It is
fees
applicable to that.
Yeah.
You can spend this money for that purpose also. Correct. For the education purpose also.
Yeah.
In fact, I had read somewhere, it is more. For education purpose, there is some further relaxation. There is a provision.
Maybe.
Because, it's a very, very elaborate. FEMA is a very elaborate. And even this is a summary.
Yeah.
This is a summary, it's not a complete document which I am showing you.
I think this amount has been increased to $5 lakh now.
Maybe via some notification.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I
See, what I have done, I have made the summary